Singer and actress Marianne Faithfull has passed away at the age of 78. Born in Hampstead in December 1946, she became famous for hits like As Tears Go By, which reached the UK top 10 in 1964. She also starred in films, including The Girl on a Motorcycle, released in 1968. In the 1960s, she was in a relationship with Mick Jagger, the frontman of the Rolling Stones. Their love story inspired legendary songs, such as Wild Horses and You Can't Always Get What You Want. But her journey was not without struggles. In the 70s, she battled heroin addiction, yet she made a powerful comeback with the classic album Broken English. Paying tribute, Mick Jagger called her a wonderful friend, a beautiful singer, and a great actress. He said he was deeply saddened. His bandmate, Keith Richards, also expressed his grief, saying he was so sad and that he will miss her. Marianne Faithfull leaves behind a legacy of music, art, and resilience. Rolling Stones guitarist Ronnie Wood shared his tribute on Instagram. First, an old photo of himself, Marianne Faithfull, and Keith Richards in a recording studio, captioned "Farewell, dear Marianne." Then, a more recent picture of them together, with the words "Marianne will be dearly missed. Bless her." A statement from her spokesperson confirmed, Marianne passed away peacefully in London today, surrounded by her loving family. She will be dearly missed. Throughout her life, Marianne Faithfull battled serious health issues. She struggled with bulimia, fought breast cancer, and suffered from emphysema due to decades of smoking. In 2020, she contracted COVID-19 and spent 22 days in the hospital. Doctors did not expect her to survive, but she defied the odds. A year later, she released her 21st album, She Walks in Beauty. Her life was a true rock and roll story. In the 1960s, she was the doe-eyed poster girl of the era. Discovered at just 16 by the Rolling Stones manager, she was given her first hit As Tears Go By. It was the first song ever written by Mick Jagger and Keith Richards. Her version was light and breathy, a folk pop sound that defined the swinging 60s. With her debut album In North Country made in 1966, she became part of the British invasion, storming the US pop charts. But fame came at a price. Her romance with Mick Jagger made her a tabloid obsession. After their breakup, she fell into drug addiction, at one point living homeless on the streets of Soho. She attempted a comeback with her 1976 album Dream in My Dreams, but it was Broken English in 1979 that truly revived her career. This new wave-inspired album showcased her deeper, weathered voice, filled with raw emotion and wisdom. It was even nominated for a Grammy Award. In recent years, Marianne Faithfull collaborated with artists like PJ Harvey and Nick Cave, both of whom saw her as a major inspiration. Over the decades, she worked with David Bowie, Lou Reed, Jarvis Cocker, Damon Albarn, Emmylou Harris, and even Metallica. Their drummer Lars Ulrich thanked her for her incredible and unique contribution to music, and for always being willing to join us in performing it. Her acting career ran alongside her music. On stage, she starred alongside Glenda Jackson in Chekhov's Three Sisters and played Ophelia in Hamlet, later admitting that her nightly descent into madness was chemically enhanced. She also played God in 2 episodes of the sitcom Absolutely Fabulous and The Devil in the Black Rider, a musical by William Burroughs and Tom Waits. But music was where her heart truly lay. Her penultimate album, Negative Capability, released in 2018, was a deeply personal reflection on aging, loneliness, and grief. It was inspired in part by the death of her old friend Anita Pallenberg and by the Bataclan nightclub terror attacks in Paris, the city she called home. The album brought her full circle. She recorded a raw, emotional new version of As Tears Go By, one so powerful that, according to producer Rob Ellis, everyone in the studio was reduced to tears. Her contributions did not go unnoticed. In 2009, she received the World Lifetime Achievement Award at the Women's World Awards. She was also made a Commandeur of the Ordre des Arts et des Lettres by the French government, one of the country's highest cultural honors. Her longtime friend, BBC Radio 2 presenter Bob Harris, called her the encapsulation of the 60s. At first, she was known simply as Mick Jagger's girlfriend, but through her music, people came to see her as an artist. Speaking on BBC Radio 4, Harris added, "To me, she was wonderful. She was interesting, very, very bright, and from an aristocratic background, which always shaped the way she carried herself. Marianne Faithfull was married and divorced 3 times, to artist John Dunbar in 1965, to musician Ben Brearley of the punk band The Vibrators in 1979, and to actor Giorgio della Terza in 1988. She is survived by her son, Nicholas Dunbar, a voice that defined generations, a story of struggle, survival, and reinvention. Marianne Faithfull will never be forgotten.